All right, let me get to 214 here. All right, so 214 is review. Oh, lots of review. So I'm just going to show you how to do each of these just as a way of reminder and leave you to your own devices today to fix and answer all these questions. All right, here we go. So in the blanks before the numbers, we're going to write S for a simple sentence. Whoa, old stuff. C for a compound sentence. Remember, that's two sentences put together. F for a fragment. It's not complete. Or a run-on. Now, when would we have a run-on? Do you remember? If you have a compound sentence, okay, two sentences, but they have not been connected properly. So you have a sentence here, you have a sentence here. It should either have a semicolon. I just did that upside down. It should either have a semicolon in the middle. I don't even know why. I'm not even writing upside down. I don't know why that happened. Let me get back to my pen. There has to be a semicolon in between them. Or you should have a conjunction like and, but, for, or, nor, and a comma before it. All right, so if they're not connected properly, they're called run-ons. All right, so in the cool of the evening, larks and nightingales nestled in the trees of the forest and quietly sang their hymns of praise to their master. So even though that is a super long sentence, I believe that is just a good, simple sentence. So we would write an S in front of that. In the cool evening, by the way, is just a prepositional phrase introducing a simple sentence, okay? I do not know his name, and he does not know mine. Now look at this. Here's a complete thought. Here's a complete thought, or a complete sentence. We do have the comma and the and in between them. So this would be a great compound sentence. All right? I might do all of these with you because these tend to be a little tricky. It's been a long time, and I want to make sure you get it right. By the shores of a river running from the tall, majestic mountains to the low, level plains. So that's nice and long, but did you notice? By the shores of a river from the tall mountains to the low level plains. Even though it's super long, it's just a bunch of prepositional phrases. It's not a complete sentence, sorry. It's a fragment. The worst thing you want to do, and I know what everyone's tempted to do, and what I would have done at your age, I would have looked at that sentence and say, wow, that's long. That must be a sentence. And then I see a comma in it. Oh yeah, it must be a compound sentence. But don't fall for their tricks. He climbed up on the stool. He selected a book. Now we have two complete thoughts here, and they are connected with a comma. Is that a correct way to connect them? No. So this is a run-on. As I was walking on the beach, lovely thought, wouldn't it be, to be walking on the beach? But that's not a complete thought. We finished our supper, then we went for a walk. Yeah, this is a little tricky. I don't know why they threw this one at you. Because you're saying, well, it's two complete thoughts, right? And it has a comma in between. You cannot, then is not a connecting word. You have to be using and, but, for, or, nor. So this is actually, they should have a period here and a capital T. All right, that's how that one needs to be fixed. So this is still a run-on. Did you solve the Encyclopedia Brown mystery? A nice question, and it looks to be good to me. And as I look at my book, it is correct. All right, capitalization and punctuation. I get it. I hate these two because they stick so many things in there. You're bound to miss one thing, but do the best you can. Let's do a few of them together. At the press conference, Mayor Bradley announced that 27th Avenue would be repaved. All right, so Mayor Bradley's an easy one. Don't forget this dash in between them. And this is the name of a street, so we better capitalize it. And now, oh, they have a period at the end. All right, Leah asked, isn't the Amazon River the longest river in the world? So this is a direct quote. So I need to put a comma after asked. I need to capitalize the I, and I'm going to put quotation marks. Oh, isn't. I'm just going to write the whole thing up here because isn't needs an apostrophe. This is kind of like the little puzzles I gave you at school in the morning. Amazon River. And this is a question. And then quotation marks at the end of it. One more. No, Leah, the Nile River is the longest river in the world, replied Miss Glenn. All right. So, first of all, let's put, oh, that has a period. Let's capitalize Miss Glenn. That's an easy one, right? And capitalize Leah. And capitalize Nile. And capitalize River. All right. This is a direct quote. So put a comma after it. Quotation marks. And then when you say no, yes, wow, whatever, because Leah is a direct address, you're talking to her, you said her name, you have to put her name in commas like that. And I do believe even without Leah, that no, you could have said no, the Nile River, you'd have still put a comma after the no. All right. All right, now you're going to do 4, 5, and 6 on your own. All right, let's go to the other page. Oh, there's more. Yep. How about I do 9 and 10 with you? That way you won't have so much. We listened to the president's speech on television. Then we heard the comments that Senator Jones made about poverty and the laws. All right. So a couple things we could do. Do you see that then there? We can't connect that with a comma. So there's two things you could do. You could put a period here and make it a new sentence. Or you could do the semicolon. That would work also. I didn't mention that last time, but you could do the semicolon. All right. We listened to the president's speech. There's an possessive on the television. You are referring to the president as that's his name, so here we better capitalize that. And then we heard the comments that Senator Jones, now here you're saying his name, so you definitely, or if we had said the senator, I think we would have still capitalized that. All right, made about crime. Oh, we have a list of things, crime, poverty, and taxes, so let's put commas. Sarah, please read your summary of Joe's sacrifice. The chapter we reread from Louisa M. Alcott's Little Women. And was that you guys? Did you guys do that, or did the 5th graders do that? I think the 5th graders just read that and wrote the paragraph, if I'm correct. I don't think you guys did that. Let me look back. I think that was the 5th graders that just did that. That's crazy that I just did that lesson where they had to read the section, yeah, on Joe's sacrifice. Okay, Sarah, you're talking to her, so break that off. Please read your summary of Joe's sacrifice. This is a section of the book, so we'll put it in quotation marks. And we need to capitalize it. And Joe's is possessive. And now this is a whole nother statement. The chapter we read from Louisa May Alcott. They already have a comma after it. Okay, so that's just kind of like it's not a complete thought, I'm sorry. That's kind of like just like a phrase right there. So that's good. Oh, but we need to capitalize. Louisa Alcott's. They do so many, get all confused. There. Oh, Little Women. That needs to be underlined, by the way. That's the title of the book. All right. Wow. Lots. Do 7, 8, 9. All right, our cat drug a mouse to our front door. In fact, when you do, let me do this. I probably should have done this more and I didn't. Do 7, 8, and 9, and tomorrow when we get together, I'll go over those first with you, okay? Or the ones on the other side too. All the ones you do today, I'll go over tomorrow. How about that? Using verbs, cross out the incorrect verb form. Our cat drug a mouse to our front door and left it lying or laying, lying there. Be sure to bring a sweater with you or take a sweater with you. You're taking it where you're going. Can or may I wear my new shoes today, Mother? You're asking permission. Noah has builded or built? Built. One more. The moon has rose or risen? Has risen. All right, see how you do on these and we'll check them again tomorrow. Diagram these following sentences on notebook paper. How about we do, let's see, how about you diagram number 3 and number 5. And then tomorrow I'll diagram with you and you can see how you did on it, okay? All right, I think I'll quit there and then I'll go over these right away as I start the next lesson.